Not slow, not slow. And we're getting going to different codes. Not slow, we're riding low. We're getting going to different codes. I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid. Bitch, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid. Bitch, I'm paranoid.
Testicles, 1, 2, testicles.
Mic check. How y'all doing, people? We back at it like young crack addicts.
What is happening? Welcome back to Parano Radio Podcast. This is your boy, Trebles Garcia. Joining me again in the ones and twos is the best co-host on the fucking planet, Big Tank. Salute, my boy.
Salute, my brother. How you doing?
I'm doing good again, bro. Thank you so much for joining me on this fucking adventure. You already know what this is. This is the best show with the best content for the best fucking listeners. Not for all the fucking new listeners that are just tuning in and do not know why we call you the probers. Allow me to please give you a quick history lesson. Not so long ago, we had a series of aliens that came down from space and probed the fuck out of Big Tank. That is right. Now, ever since then...
There you go with your fake CNN news. Damn, no wonder Trump be hating you. It's not even hate Mexicans. He just like hate Trebles. That's
wow. He didn't hate Mexicans. He just hated me.
Yeah.
Nice. Whatever. The point is, it became a fucking inside joke. And ever since then, we started calling you the probers because you probe us, we probe you, we probe each other. We are Probe Nation. That is right. Now, Big Tank, we have an amazing fucking show today for all the listeners. This is the big finale of our Fright Fest extravaganza for Spooktober, and we're bringing you an amazing fucking episode with a special guest speaker. But right before we jump into any of that, Big Tank, connect the randomizing machine.
Randomizing machine, do your thing.
Listen to that baby purr. Big Tank, who do we have today?
Dr. Dave _of _Mojo from Instagram. Salute, my brother.
Dr. Dave of Mojo. Funny name, by the way. Thank you so much for showing us so much support on Instagram, liking our stuff, our posts, and being a contributor to the Probe Nation. This episode goes out to you. Hope you enjoy. Now, it's a bird. It's a plane. Nope. It's Parano Radio. Big Tank, what is happening?
What is happening, my peeps? You guys know the deal. I'm going to give you guys 2 stories. I want you guys' 2 cents for my 2 cents, and we deposit that bitch into the bank of knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Wait, the bank of knowledge.
See, that is how you know that this is 100% authentic. We don't fuck around.
That is right.
So, on to story number 1. We all grew up, or I want to say most of us millennials grew up with something called the Power Rangers. I don't know if you guys remember that. I don't know if you guys watched it. That was my whole thing.
Go Power Rangers!
Yep, exactly. I did not grow up with cable, so I did not have a big variation of cartoons. So go Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Power Rangers became a big deal to me. So for you guys that don't know this, there is actually a quote unquote Japanese hashtag, go look this up, Japanese force actually trying to mimic of what the Power Rangers did. I'm not telling you that they have morphers or anything like that, but they are being color coordinated, and that is how they are patrolling the streets.
What the fuck?
Yes. Taking your childhood to reality.
That is right. That's exciting.
I'm not saying they got Zords or anything that crazy, but they are using the same type of, per se, colorful outfits that we are used to seeing.
Like helmets and karate chopping? I like that stuff.
I wouldn't know about karate chopping, but...
Next up, Pokemon.
On to the next one. My people, believe it or not, if you guys are oceanic lovers, this might actually change your mind.
Ooh.
So, people were actually cruising through the middle of the Antarctic, where they swear they saw a giant, mysterious human-like being with a pitchfork pop out.
What?
This is a main story that has just been out there, but there has been different sightings throughout the years, and it appears to be every 15 to 20 years. Hashtag go look this up, people, where this mysterious sighting has been sighted. Are we talking any other type of basically mythological sea creatures, gods going on? Can you imagine? Yeah, exactly my point. Can you imagine everything we've ever been told and through whether it be movies, literacy, everything, if that started coming true?
Damn. That fucking shit blew my mind right now.
Hey, we have an active imagination as it is. Can you imagine if we actually saw this 100-foot human being with a trident just starting to pop out?
Wow. Insane.
So, my people, like we've always said it, they tell us the truth. We just don't accept it. We see it as a fiction.
That's right. Don't take anything at face value.
Right. My people, this is what is happening. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys are feeling. If you're not feeling, we're moving on to the main show.
That is right. Big Tank, thank you so much for those two amazing stories. As always, you're doing an amazing fucking job. Everybody, please give him a round of applause.
Salute. Damn, I'm getting too used to that.
Now, Big Tank, allow me to please jump in from the deep end of the pool and set the fucking mood, because today we're going to be bringing the last episode of our Fright Fest extravaganza. We're going to be fucking bringing you a scary fucking topic with historical values and conspiracy facts. That is right. Before we do anything of that, we have to introduce a very special person that came on our show today. He's going to come and talk to us about this with his personal experiences, and also talk to us about historical events that happen in this area. Please give a warm welcome to our next special guest, as he is not only a paranormal enthusiast, but is also a semi-pro disc golfer, animal caregiver, hiker, traveler, explorer, and overall surveyor globetrotter. Christian Garcia, aka Ken the Champ Climo II.
What's up, guys? What's up, Angel? Thanks for having me, man.
Oh, that's all good, man. It's all good. It's a fucking pleasure having you on. I hope you liked the little intro I gave you.
For sure, man. Beautiful.
Ken Climo, Ken Climo.
I know, nice, man. Yeah, nice little plug there. I like that.
I had to do a fucking research on disc golfing and shit.
Yeah, I bet you did, for sure.
Yeah, dude. I want to thank you so much for joining us today on this amazing episode. This is the final episode of our scary little Spooktober Fright Fest that we're trying to bring to our listeners. And today we're going to be talking about the one and only area that compares to Skinwalker Ranch, California's own Skinwalker Ranch, the Black Star Canyon. Yeah. Now, before I give you the floor, Christian Garcia, I want to make sure that the people that are listening to this episode know a little bit more in depth of what we're talking about. All right. So Black Star Canyon is located in the Santa Ana Mountains in Southern California. The rocky and uneven canyon, filled with brush and myth and legend, holds some of the most tragic rapes, malevolence, gory genocide, crime, and burial grounds of modern era. The whole genocide started back in the 1930s, a little over 200 years ago. The BS Canyon, bullshit canyon, housed actually a bunch of native tribes. Some of these tribes expanded all the way to the Gabrielino Mountains. These tribes, Comanches and Apache warrior tribes. During this time, American fur trappers, I'm talking not travelers, fur trappers, we're talking about like hunters, felt invited to the canyon due to all the abundance of animals for the picking. This created hostility between the tribes and American fur trappers, causing massive genocide and battles to take place. Explorers and nearby settlers have witnessed not only spirits and screams and entities roaming the canyon, but also UFO activity, alien abductions, occult meetings, satanic worshiping, and KKK manifestations. Now, I mentioned KKK. I know there's not a lot of races out here in California that you know of. I also mentioned satanic worshiping, but there's more than just mentioning these things, and that's what Chris is going to do. Chris is going to be here to give you not only first-hand accounts that he experienced, but also bring a little bit more of in depth of the things that happen in this area. Chris, let me know what's up, man.
Yeah,
Quiet
man.
Canyon.
So,
What was your one of your biggest experiences at Black Star Canyon?
the first thing I noticed, man, because what it is, because when you're driving there, it's really like as you're getting in, it's really well lit. It's like you're still like in the city, right? So like, but
Yeah.
you're driving towards it, you like get off the freeway, it's still kind of lit up, and then at some point it just instantly gets dark, like so dark where you can't see anything. It's just pretty much your lights. There's not too many people there, especially if you go at night. Uh,
Okay.
you go at night and it's just you, your car, your lights, whoever you're there with. But that's the very first thing that I always noticed is that it goes from like a well-lit area, like a normal city, into instant darkness once you kind of the closer you get, it just gets so dark,
Absolutely pitch black.
absolutely pitch black. And once you get to the parking lot, because I mean, when you get there, you can only drive so far, right?
Yeah.
So like you get there, you park, and then you're forced to walk in. Like it is a hiking trail essentially.
Yeah.
Um,
So I've also find that there's also areas of the canyon where there's like massive temperature drops. Like you walk into a specific little area where
Right.
allegedly there's specific hauntings, or
Yeah.
that it's more haunted than other places, and the temperature drops like I want to say maybe 15 to 20 degrees, like quick.
Right, yeah. That's also what I've heard too. And actually going there, it's like pretty much as soon as you walk in, you just feel it. It's almost more of that dark kind of feeling, like a heavy feeling. As soon as you walk in there, I probably went there at least 3 times, and each time I went there, I got that same exact feeling just as soon as you're walking in. Like,
is it like somebody's watching you, or that you're afraid, or what is it like? Kind of like what was the feeling that you were feeling?
It was definitely like someone's watching. Definitely like someone's watching.
Okay.
Even as you walk in, there's like a certain pathway that you go to like actually do the hike.
Mhm.
Like if you veer off to the right, if you veer off to the left, that's when you get to the kind of closed off areas where it's kind of gated off, locks and things. You start seeing signs that say no, trespassing. You walk down a little bit further, you see a sign that says we'll shoot on sight.
What?
Yeah, things like that.
Are
And
these
then
are these like by people that live there, or just random? Or is it government? Like who placed these signs?
for these signs, I believe it's the people that live there or live there at some point.
Okay.
There are houses there. They are kind of pushed back from the actual trail itself, but they are visible. They are visible. You can see that there is electrical wiring. Sometimes you can see some lights in the houses. It's kind of hard to see because it is far away. But I remember the very first time we went, passing by one of those houses, because of course we veer to the left, right? We go to the side where you're not supposed to go to, where the bad stuff is.
Exactly. Everybody would.
Right. So so the first thing, we do see one of those signs that say no, trespassing. It's like they have it like every like, I don't know, like 50 feet or so.
Okay.
And then the further you go, we start seeing kind of like taggings on it, or kind of like a spray painting. Whether it's on the signs or like the big rocks that are kind of nearby on the side of the mountain.
Spray paints like regular graffiti, or like different type of things?
like signs. Yeah, they're like signs, pentagrams. There's even like things that say like don't go, not worth it. Whether it's people trying to scare people or not. It's it definitely doesn't make you feel good about going into this place.
Now that you mentioned pentagrams, I was reading online, and I was doing extensive research on this, and I found out that there's people that do satanic rituals there, and as also on the path, people find not only like half lit and melted candles, but also pentagrams, blood, feathers from hens, and other pieces of chickens that they sacrifice on the area. You also mentioned that. Okay, so there's houses that people live there. There's also a barn. You mentioned something about.
There is, there is it's like one of the sites to see, like if you
a landmark.
Right, a landmark that is supposed to be haunted and everything like that as well. We didn't go that deep to see it, but from what we've seen or what I've heard, inside of there, that's when inside it's also all spray painted with like almost like Latin writing, pentagrams on the like walls.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and then that there's same thing like you said, like chicken feathers or like pieces of like chicken, essentially kind of like torn apart, or like you said, sacrificed. And then with the same thing, like, I mean, these things don't just happen. You know, I mean, it's like there are like, you know, candles in there, so there's people bringing stuff inside of here and doing these things inside. You know,
aside from satanic rituals, you also said that there was also I was reading actually online also that there was specific areas of Black Star Canyon that the government owns, such as ghost, some like empty buildings.
right. So the further you go down too, same thing. There's more gates, there's more signs. You go down deep enough, and there is a sign that does say government property or something like that. You know, like stay away, government property, something from the actual
No
government.
trespassing. Yeah.
Right. And then
that is insane.
right. So then, but you do go further down, and then that there's 3 pretty much unmarked buildings. There's three unmarked buildings. There are numbers on them, but there's just nothing there. There's no door, there's no windows, nothing.
This kind of puts me to speculate if they use this area kind of like a nuclear blast area or military training.
I mean, it has to be. Yeah.
It has to be something deeper like that, or even and now I assume that those places are housing KKK members or other you know occult meetings. I was reading online that they have a special cave for Freemasons in there. So the cave it look like a regular cave, like statured like a stuck. How do you say this? Built like a rock, I guess. And then on top of the rock, you'll see a Freemasonic symbol. And once you go in, there's a gate. If you decide to climb over the gate inside the cave, already dark as it is, once you go in deep enough, you'll be able to see a settlement of like bleachers and a little like a pedestal where they do their meetings. And it's kind of fucked up because this area, it's in Santa Ana. This is like the OC area. You already know what's going on. OC is not poor. There's no more poor people. I mean, yeah, there's probably crimes happening there and murders and suicide.
Yeah, but it's nice.
It's a nice area. You don't assume this to happen. What about in the 1970s? I was reading that there was a bus that had children and a teacher and the driver, and they I guess they took one of the slopes a little bit too fast and they rolled over onto the canyon.
Yeah, and veered off. Yeah. So then that happened in 1970, right? And then the bus itself actually became a landmark as well. Just because the bus was there from 1970 to 2012.
Whoa, that's a long time to move that fucking bus.
Right. So then the whole time that also became its own little landmark where like, you know, people went to go see, or like, you know, it caused like, you know, people to like actually go over there.
Like a tourist.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So then the things that people would say that they'd hear is that they would hear children, whether it's screaming or like, you know, laughing. They would hear them in that area that was close to the bus crash.
Everybody died, right? Like, so I guess
everyone died.
Nobody survived. Everyone died. No. Maybe there was like 3 survivors, kids, but the rest of everybody died in that bus. There was instances also where there's hikers that are going to the bus, and after maybe I want to say 40 to 50 feet away from the bus, once they look back and they hear the children scream, the bus is turned over on its side. The bus would flicker the lights at the hikers, trying to like call them back.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy.
Wow. Dude, I would flip out, man. Yeah, I would flip out, man.
Dude. Yeah, it's a very scary place because there's also stories online and documentaries. How do you say this? Documentaries.
Documentaries. There you go, man. Yeah, you got it.
I gotta embrace it, bro. The people would say that they hear people on horseback. They hear Apache, Native American drumming and chanting.
Yeah,
and that they hear women scream. In fact, something that connects to the women screaming, there was a rape that happened not so long ago. Maybe I want to say maybe 1991. There was a rape of 2 women. The young girls, they were underage and they were with their boyfriends. So it was 2 couples walking in the path, and 5 men, 3 of them underage and 2 older gentlemen. They beat the boys up and raped the women, the 2 girls. After raping, they stomped on their bodies, but they survived. All 4 of them survived. The guys, all 5 men, were convicted after. 2 of them got life sentences, and the other 3 were sent to juvenile juvenile department, and they were only given 17 years. So I think that's kind of like where the justice system kind of failed us. It's too conspiracy-ish. You get me? But at the end of the day, there's things that happen there too, like drug deals. Drug deals are also happening in this area because it's very rural.
The thing with that place too, it attracts that type of action. You mean attracts that like kind of people, just because of a lot of things that like have been going on or like that went bad there. Essentially, it just keeps on attracting that kind of the type of people there.
Do you think it's many? There was also a mining facility there also, and people died during the mining. Like it collapsed on them, and people died. Wow.
Yeah, it was actually I think the mining company was called Black Star Mining or something like that.
Get the fuck out of here.
And that's where they got the name from, because I think it was called something else before or something, but I think they changed it when that accident happened. I think they changed it, and
they were
yeah, and the mine is still there. The mine's there. I think it's shut, of course, right? But it's but it's still there. You go far enough down, you see the actual mining shaft or like the door to it.
Wow.
So it's still there. So then of course that also brings another that's another landmark, and that brings more people to come see it, and they hear things from there. They hear people inside of it or hear movement inside of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even that alone is crazy.
There's such thing called as the OC Ghost Walks. They have
I've heard about
tourist,
that. Yeah,
tourist walks that they take you up the hike, and they're all dressed as miners, and they take you up the freaking what's it called, the hiking trail in groups of 12s, and you get to see and experience the howling sounds and the growls, and even get to see different shit like paranormal activity or Bigfoot. Now, this is kind of what I'm trying to talk to you about. So I'm a Bigfoot fanatic, not a fanatic. I'm a fucking fanatic. I believe that they're interdimensional. And I also think that this place is probably, Bigfoot's amazing. He just fucking stinks. You know what I'm saying? Well, I heard that this is a portal. Do you think this is a portal into hell? A portal into a different dimension where all these ghosts and spirits are pouring into? Or what's your belief in this? Because Skinwalker Ranch is fucking trippy. I don't know if you know about this, but Skinwalker Ranch is one of the most haunted and most weirdest, it's a portal. It's proven to be a very hostile environment at night and even throughout the day. So what do you believe this place is? Why is it paranormal activated?
I mean, it has to be just from the start. From the start of when it started, when the Native American was there and they got slaughtered, or they got pushed out, and then from there it just kind of built up from there, right? So it's just it's just a constant zone for bad things to happen, whether it was the Native Americans, the bus crash, the rapes, the murders, the suicides that have happened there.
There's suicides that happen in that place too.
Yeah. I mean, so it just kind of draws that type of attention, or that type of people, whatever it may be.
It has a waterfall.
It does have a waterfall, and the waterfall is beautiful. The waterfall is nice.
And there's people that died in the water because they thought it was deep. It was actually shallow. And there's people that have jumped off the waterfall, tried to dive, and they've died.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I read people have jumped off straight, not even into the water. That's where the suicides come in too, is that they just jump off from there onto the actual ground, or onto the gravel rocks. It's all rocks down there. Yeah. So I mean that, and then also what I heard that Charles Manson, right? It was actually rumored that he lived there for a bit.
Oh my God, I believe it. This guy was all over. He went at the he stayed at the Cecil Hotel too for a bit, and the Cecil Hotel is fucking haunted.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. That's a whole different thing. But it turns out he didn't necessarily live there on that ranch, around that area, but he did squat there. He was kind of like a squatting there, whether it was for like a week or 2 weeks or something, but it was, and it kind of brings it back to that point that type of place just attracts that type of
energy,
exactly, that type of energy. For him to just even go there, I think is crazy. Yeah,
absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some type of history, or also, like you said, another celebrity, witchcraft celebrity, or fucking like Aleister Crowley that stayed in that area, because Aleister Crowley, he's like the father of all occult and mysticism, and he, he stayed in different areas of the planet where there was dark energy. He would manifest and do rituals in those areas. So I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere down in the timeline of this place, they housed this. So it was definitely, look, Black Star Canyon is definitely one of the most scariest places I would want to say on Earth, not just California. And it's definitely a tour site and somewhere you want to be if you want to get a little scared, if you want to do some paranormal activity, or I want to say investigation, because there's people also that go there just to investigate with like EMF and like haunted dolls, and it's all over YouTube. You go on YouTube, you'll find many people trying to investigate what's going on at Black Star Canyon, and it's fucking scary because it's happening right in. They don't have CGI. They don't have none of that shit. It's really haunted.
Yeah, and the things that they hear, and they use the actual machines where they where they ask them, and then they say words back. They're like almost like talking to them in a sense.
Right. Yeah, dude, that is fucking amazing. Honestly, for this Halloween season, we really recommend if you want to get a fucking scare, you're a ballsy motherfucker, go out there, go to Black Star Canyon. It's definitely an underrated place where you'll be able to get a fucking, for free. You go up there, you park the car, just make sure that you're parked in the right place or else they're gonna tow your shit. But make sure you go up there prepared. Go take a knife, take a bat, take yourself a pepper spray. I don't know. Make sure that you go well defended with a and you take water and you have some type of survival skills in the wild because you never know. It's also mountain country. Sorry. It's also mountain lion country. So
there are animals there for sure.
Yeah. Snakes, animals, and crazy people trying to murder you. Be careful.
Either way.
That is right. Now, Chris, thank you so much. Look, you and I we're personal friends, and I really enjoy the fact that I'm thankful for you joining us on this episode and bringing all your knowledge and bringing the freaking listeners something refreshing from an average Joe person that has a family, that has has responsibilities, but also has great adventures to share. Now, Christian Garcia, make sure you let them know where they can find you if you want to get some people, and if they have any questions, so where can they reach?
The only thing would be Instagram with KRS487. I'm a normal guy. Family man. I play some disc golf. I like to go out.
Semi-pro.
Yeah, almost. We'll see. But yeah, I like craft beer. I'm really into beer. We can always talk about that.
Catch them up in a brewery. Yeah,
man. Exactly, for sure. But just want to say, thanks to you, man. Thanks to you, and I hope the listeners learned something. Yeah. And then, hey, man, if they check it out, maybe hit us up. Let us know how it went.
That's right. We always get good feedback from the listeners, and if they don't like it, they just won't give us any 5-star reviews.
Yeah, hey, man. Yeah, either way.
Now, Big Tech, let them know where they can find you.
Yes, catch me at eknat.ivix. Once again, eknat.ivix on all your major social media platforms. Hit me up. Let me know what you guys are feeling. If you guys want to come on the show, if you guys want to shit talk with me, if you guys want to go live, we are definitely open to many suggestions, my people. Don't forget, I got that PhD in STD, and that is a shit talking degree.
Ooh, that's right. Now, before I give out my outro, I want to give a little last segment to end with a fucking comedic relief. Please join me for Fuck You, Tony. Fuck You, Ezekiel. You ready or what?
Do it, man. Let's do
it. Literally, all you got to do is just sit there and listen. If you laugh, brother. Here we go.
All right, go for it. Handle.
Okay.
I can't even imagine what this is.
All right, dude. All right. What's the difference between a tire and 365 used condoms?
I can't imagine what you're gonna say. Right?
Okay, one is a good year and the other is a great year. Get it? The tire's a good year. The condoms are 365. You had a great year. Yeah. Fucking no. Fuck, dude. I fucking suck, bro.
You're special, man. You're special for sure.
Dude, come on, bro. The delivery was there, man. It was you guys.
Yeah, it was there. It was there, but
it's a dad joke, man. Come on. Fuck. Well, that is Fuck You, Tony. Fuck You, Ezekiel. You can find me at Trebles Garcia, Trebles Garcia on all social media platforms. Please make sure you check us out on paranoidradio.com, paranoidradio.com. Hit us up on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook. Our Snapchat is fucking popping. Also, we're getting new followers on the fucking daily. Thank you, every single one of you, all of the new listeners, people that are just tuning into this show. Enjoy it. If you enjoyed this fucking episode, you're going to enjoy the last one and the last one and the last one. Every single fucking episode is made from the heart, humbly and traditionally, from our hearts. I said the hearts twice, but fuck it. Yeah, that is right. Paranoid Radio Podcast is your boy, Chris Garcia. Please, thank you so much for joining me today. Big thanks. See you guys on next time. Boom. Blow your fucking mind.